welcome to this comic playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. So this is going to be part 4 to the walkthrough here. Right now we are in Dollet, and we are going to go ahead and do the seed exam. So pretty much for the remainder of this area, we are going to be doing a lot of battling. Pretty standard enemies, a lot of soldiers. So I'll rejoin you guys when we get to like the more juicier parts of this. For now, just going to be a lot of, forced battles from here on out. So enjoy watching that. So G soldiers usually carry like very basic stuff. They have, the 3 elements and the basic cure magic. So if you're running low on HP or anything, you didn't stock up on potions or anything like that, then use the draw command here. Now, like I said, I keep Cypher without anything, so he's just always going to be on attack mode for me. You don't have to do it that way, but I think it's just more convenient because he's not going to stay with us long enough for me to care about it. And honestly, I don't know how the ranking's affected when you stop and talk to the NPCs and stuff like that. But, talk to them, and you're getting graded for time here too, so, complete it as fast as you can if you want a good rank. I wouldn't stop to talk to everybody, because they're all going to say the same stuff. And they're just going to yell at you and tell you, follow your squad leader's commands. And then with Cypher over there, if you use his gunblade like Squalls, then you're going to get the same effect with the critical damage. So just hit R1, while you're striking, and it'll activate. But anyway, we'll let the battles continue. Alright, so we eliminated the forced battles here. Yeah, just stick around Cypher there, and you'll progress with the story. If you're too far away or you're exploring around, then it's just gonna, kill some time. We'll go ahead and speed this up. just run back and forth toward them so that you can progress the dialogue boxes here. So on the bridge and pretty much all the way up to where we're trying to get to is going to be a lot of random battles. You can run from these random battles or you can fight them. I would, if you're trying to go for a high seed rank, I would probably say stay and fight. Not only that, but it also help you gain, your AP points. So the more AP points that you have, the better suited you are for learning your GF's abilities. I mean, no strategy to these guys. You just attack them. They can go down to one hit. With ×3 on, though, it is kind of hard to get off the gunblade trigger, unless you play it quite a few times and you understand the timing of it. And they're telling us about the Dollet communication tower, which is probably where we're heading to. So this is kind of a tough battle if you don't get your damage up. Cypher was explaining there that whoever gets the final blow in battle will end up gaining a certain percentage more experience points. So you're just saying, leave the final kill to me so I can get all the experience. That's dependent on what you want to do. I mean, I just kind of finish the battles on whoever kills it. I don't really try to pre-plan it all anyway. But, check the magics, see what this thing offers, some basic spells. The more attacks that it gets off on Cypher is a lot better for us, because, like I said before, he's not going to remain in the party for long, so we don't have to worry about, curing him or anything like that. And I do think, though, that if you do end up, allowing him to have that final kill, it kind of goes with his order or whatever. So you'll end up getting more points for your seed rank for letting that happen. So hopefully we pull some soldiers here. Okay, so that's good. So a new enemy, the G commander or whatever. Same kind of setup here, but they just don't carry a cure spell. So they have the scan. So, draw what you want. I would probably get rid of him instantly because he does quite a bit of damage. And then I would draw from the basic soldier, and then just kind of start healing your party for. So Seifer's limit break is actually pretty cool. I'll try to save it. It's not often that I get to pull it. But at least heal Zell and Squall because they're going to be used for an upcoming boss fight that we have. So, cool animation there. That's probably the only time we're ever going to see it. So, introduction to a brand new character that we are going to have in the party. And this would be Miss Selfie. So there's you can jump off of the mountaintop here. I think that it will actually give you a deduction in points though if you do that. So if you run around, if you run around the side and you actually take the the mountain way or whatever, the road, you'll end up, you'll get into encounters and stuff like that. So depending on if you just want to jump straight down, have a shortcut, use it. I generally always go for a high seed rank as much as I can. So I'm just going to take, the path. Typically, you don't really run into battles as much. And if you do, it's just this. It's just one guy. So, and you get a chance to get items like that. So again, yellow text, have you equipped your GF? She's letting you know, hey, I'm a new party member. I need some stuff. So in this instance, we're going to have to now reconfigure, GFs for the entire party so that she actually has useful abilities in the fight. In this instance, I probably am going to drop Quetzalcoatl because I do want to maintain the strength for Squall since he is, the stronger attack of the group right now. And then I will deliver this. Now, magics for Selfie are probably going to be unreliable because she doesn't have any magic, so probably use an item here so that she has access to, your potions and your Phoenix down in case things go wrong up here. You can split up, magics and stuff like that, or if you just want to kind of hang out in this area and draw some magics for her. So not really necessary because magics against this upcoming boss isn't going to be totally useful. It wouldn't hurt to, get her a few more cures if you need it, but since she has item, she can use our plethora of potions and stuff like that. And pretty much the next boss also has some, cure magics attached to its draw system, so we don't need to really worry about it too much. But since she does come with a magic stat upgrade, we do kind of want to give her something in there. So, let's see. Don't want to really hand over all my cures. I think exchanging Thunder with her. And then if you hit rearrange, you can kind of just go with whatever they had here. I always generally go for restore attack indirect because you're gonna want to go to your magics for curing as fast as you can. So just for the sake of selfie, I'm going to go ahead and just draw some Thunders so that we can upgrade her magic stat. So when you're inside the magic menu, if you hit the square button on a certain magic, you can go ahead and discard any kind of magic you want. I know I see a lot of new players that come to the game and they don't know how to do that because there is no tutorial that teaches you this. So yeah, like I said, if you go into the magic, you hit use, and then you just hit the square button, you're able to discard every single one of those magics. It's better than dumping it off on another player character or just using 19 different Thunders in battle. Totally up to you how you want to do it. Right now, it's not a concern because I have 8 pages to fill up. So if I have to rearrange my magic, I'll do that. But for now, it's kind of not necessary to do it. Then just keep playing around with it, and then we'll see that selfie is now at 100 Thunders, and then we'll go ahead and equip that. She goes from 10 to 20, and she's off to a good start. All right. Yeah, blueprint usually indicates like a building, an area, town, place of interest, basically. Blind's going to be a really good spell coming up for this upcoming boss. So you want to try to prepare yourself for the next battle as much as you can, and to do that is going to be obviously be at full HP. So just kind of spend time in here, cast what you need to cast on yourself. So you kind of want to be stocked up as much as you want. You know, grab the different magics you can, draw, do all that stuff. You know, you can sit down here and you can, you know, level grind for a little bit if you feel like you need to. The enemies that are always going to be in here are just the soldier types. So, you know, there won't be any monsters or anything like that. So if you get the blue guys, then, you know, you continuously cure yourself, get ready for the next battle, stuff like that. So when it comes to boss battles, like I said before in the opening video, is that your AP does not carry over to like different abilities. So essentially, like these next few battles are going to give us like, you know, over 20, 30, 40 AP. So it'll be kind of a waste to use, you know, to lose like some good AP on this stuff. So you kind of want to plan it out. For newer players, obviously you wouldn't know this, but you know, if you want to keep your HP junction, and you know, then obviously you're going to get that ability right, you know, after this battle. But I like to usually go for stuff that needs the level ups anyway. So for this, I would do, you know, something in the zeros like card, a useful ability that I might need later down the line. For Shiva, you know, I would probably go for her vitality junction. Something like that, you know, anything that gives like that takes a lot of AP to earn. You could just do this, you know, because we know that we're going to get strength upgraded. We're already halfway there. We just need to fight a few more random battles. So always try to go with something in the zeros. He's halfway there, so we don't need to worry about that either. Perfectly for him, it would be like the elemental defense junction, because that thing's at 100, you know. So the more AP you get from boss fights, the better it is for you. And then once your GFs are set, you have all your magic equipped and you got your abilities that you want, then you're going to go ahead and save, and we'll watch the upcoming cutscenes. Wedge and Biggs, just, you know, staples to the franchise. Sometimes they're allies, sometimes they're enemies. So yeah, pretty little cool sequence there. Always love that music. So boss type enemies, you always want to check their draw, you know, so just go with this rule every single time you encounter something new, just draw from it, see what they got. This guy has some Esunas, so this will kind of be like a good thing to stockpile right now. So do a few rounds of stockpiling this. And as you can see from boss-type enemies, it is going to be very difficult to draw magics in a good quantity, because it is based off of your magic stat, and all of ours are pretty weak except for selfies. But even then, 20 isn't that great. So then when the other guy comes in, you can check him, and he'll have just the basic G soldier stuff here. Then I would just continuously cure yourself. If you pull a bad number, you know, cure again, because you're going to need it for the next thing that's coming up. So I'm just going to keep stalking. So pretty much is how my rounds are going to go. So this is like a timed event here. You don't have to battle these guys. You can reduce their HP to 0, but it's just going to make something come out a lot faster. Which, spend some time and draw some useful magics that you're going to need down the line. And then just kind of back and forth, heal yourself, make sure you're good to go. And I actually made a mistake here. So with Selfie having the item command on, and I gave her the blind magics, it is going to be kind of difficult to blind the boss, obviously, since I won't have access to it. So, you know, mistakes, but it'll still be doable. So the next boss should be coming out soon, so we just want to make sure we're cured. Yeah, and sometimes you are going to get draw fails. This happens to Zell a lot. I don't know why, he just does not speak, he's just not magically attuned, I guess. But it even happens even if you do upgrade his magic stat, he just is not a mage character. Alright, so the tougher part of the battle is going to be against this guy. So with this type of enemy, it does have a missable GF. Some of the Guardian forces can actually be missed because enemies house them inside of their draw command. This is why I always just hamper on the fact that you just need to check the draw and, you know, just check draw and then make sure that you you know, if you see something that's unique, grab it, because this GF is missable. Some of them aren't. Like, you can grab them in the very late game, kind of the end area, but not every single one. This one has no way to come back. So if you miss this one here, you just miss out on it. So you check draw, and obviously this will be the GF Siren, so we want to stock. You can never miss these kind of draws. So once you have the GF, you're good. And then you kind of want to see what, you know, these mystery magics are. And I would cast this on Squall. So it's going to be the double magic. So when you're using double magic, if you choose a U double, essentially what it does right there. So very useful. Double magic, very useful. But you don't want to spend too much time in this battle trying to draw from this thing, because it is extremely dangerous to battle. With Selfie, I would try to stock some doubles if you can, and then with your other characters, you know, attack, use your GFs, and, you know, just stay alive, basically, is the name of the game here. I don't think double and triple ever wear off in battle, so you should be safe on that regard. Storm Breath is really the only thing that we have to worry about here. So depending on how good you are at boost, you know, you can make this battle quick or you can make it long, you know. But GFs and, you know, Squall's attack are pretty much going to be the baseline of your damage here. Then every now and again I would just deliver some good cures. See, when you mess up on the, if you push square when you hit X, it resets back to 75. Yeah, Storm Breath is just one of those abilities. And while you're summoning your GFs, they have their own HP bar, so they'll take the damage for you, kind of like a shield, you know. But if they do reduce down to 0, you'll have to use a G returner from your menu. You can't do it in battle, so, you know, just kind of watch HP right there. So if I had my blind magic, I would have been able to blind him, so we could have avoided some of those swiping attacks that he does. Storm Breath is a magic attack, so unavoidable. You just have to deal with the damage. But just heal through it. Yeah, this boost has been unforgiving me. Alright, so yeah, just the keys in that battle is just, you know, heal the damage. You know, don't let Storm Breath take your party out. If you have blind magic, you know, use it on him. He'll miss all his physical attacks pretty much the entire battle. And more essentially, just make sure you draw a Siren from this fight because it's a brand new GF and a lot of useful abilities. So yeah, we got a countdown timer here. We will have 30 minutes to escape this place. So for now, I would just equip Siren to anyone. Kind of be quick about it if you can. And then you will see that we earned all of that, you know, the extra AP. So go ahead and put your abilities back to what you were learning beforehand. Or if you want to keep it up, just go ahead. And then for Siren, she's, you know, she comes with a complete set. She's a very, very good GF to have. You don't want to miss her. Move Find is a very useful ability, so we're going to learn that. That'll help us find those hidden draw points and hidden save points that I was talking about in the earlier parts. But you just see the menu is just not forgiving because it won't stop. Come down here for some battles. What makes this part difficult though is like you don't want to run away from the battles, but they do take time. And you can see they're very frequent. And from here, we'll just cure up. Don't panic about the time. You have plenty to get down to the beachhead. The only time that time is going to be a factor here is if you're trying to defeat the upcoming boss. So one more round. And you just want to stay at max HP. So now that Selphie has magic, I want to change her to magic. So items aren't really that useful in the early stages. So these are status, like the status screen, so you can go ahead and attach like a status to your weapon. The little sword icon there means that it's going to be like put into your weapon. So if I wanted to, I can actually make Selphie inflict blind on enemies for a percentage. So if I had 100 blinds, it would be at 100%. So every time she attacks, depending on resistances of the enemy, then she would actually end up blinding the enemy every single turn. Or I could put it in my defense, and she'll become resistant to it. Some magics like Esuna and other magics that we'll find throughout the game will, give you a lot of bonuses. And, once we get to the end game, we'll start stacking these so that we can prevent a lot of this stuff. So for now, I'll just put Esuna in the defense. So she'll have a 6% resistance to every single one of those status ailments. Squall has an attack here. So if we attach Thunder, which the next boss coming up is weak to Thunder, it'll give him a little percentage boost and make his all of his attacks Thunder now. So any enemies that absorb it could be a problem, though. So you always want to kind of check that. Make sure that you're not equipping the wrong things. Then once that's complete, you'll save your game. And if you fail this part, you'll have to restart all the way back from the communication tower and, run it back all over again. So you don't want to take too long. I actually think blind reset. Yeah, but for these guys, you just spam attack. Just get out of the battle as quickly as you can. So this thing, you can actually defeat it if you spend enough time to do it. And it'll net you 50 AP. And some other kind of like rewards and stuff, but what the game wants you to do is just run away from this thing. You have to cause damage to it and make it fall down. So you're going to see that it has a new magic. We don't know what it is. This will be the Protect magic. So we don't need to sit here and draw from this thing, because it's going to take time anyway, but that's just something. There's other monsters that offer magic. It's a lot easier to get. So this will probably be his most dangerous move because it hits everybody. And it's kind of a long animation and does pretty significant damage. So you do just kind of want to knock him, and you want to knock him down as quickly as you can. When he starts doing damage up like that, though, you do want to take time to heal. He is pretty quick. And hopefully you pull some better numbers than whatever happened to Squall there. Quetzalcoatl can also help in this fight too, since it's weak to Thunder. Just be aware that, the animation's going to take a while. So if you're kind of worried about time. So in this instance, they're telling you, hey, let's just go, and that's what the game wants you to do. So in the next few screens, you just kind of want to hold the stick down towards the direction you're trying to run. You can avoid a lot of battles if you're just quick. Some of them will be forced, like this one you can't get out of, and then you'll just have to redo it all over again. So if you're using ×3, you kind of want to turn it off when he attacks so you can get that extra damage in. Let's see, Zell's pulling some pretty bad numbers, so he's kind of useless on the attack right now. So if you just keep running, you don't have to worry about him. He'll jump again, and then you can kind of trick him right there. And that's kind of what you want to do. So then you keep running down. So you can avoid that battle on the bridge right there if you just, force him to jump over you. And then all the battles that you decide to get into from here are going to be on you if you're just not fast enough, or if you just stand still. So, pretty easy. I mean, you saw we had 20 minutes left on the clock. Not too bad at all. So yeah, pretty intense scene there. It's actually missable if you end up defeating that thing. So yeah, the only way to really destroy that thing is, you'll have to use every bit of the clock. Cast Protect Magic, to reduce the damage by 50% whenever it does physical damage to you. And then, you just want to really cast a lot of thunder. Summon Quetzalcoatl, cast a lot of thunder, have the gunblade with thunder attached to it, and just continuously attack it until you defeat it. It'll blow up eventually and give you 50 AP and whatever item that it comes with. I've done it a handful of times. Not really worth it, in my opinion, because it does affect your seed rank too with, the clock and everything. So, now that that's completed, we are now free to do whatever we need to. Then I would think now we can probably hard battle the mom here for the card that we're trying to achieve. So we'll go ahead and check her real quick. Yeah, she's still being stubborn with the card stuff. So we might not be able to get it for a little bit. I should have done it earlier, but that's alright. We will still have plenty of time to go ahead and net that. So we did pick up a new item in that other battle with the Weapon Monthly March edition. So these are going to be how you upgrade your weapons. You're going to find these throughout the world. You can buy them from certain vendors, or you're just going to have to find them in very obscure locations. And, you know, from boss fighting and stuff like that. So the thing with the weapons, though, is that if you know what materials you need to upgrade the weapon, you don't need the magazine. It'll just appear in the shops, and every junk shop that you run into will, you know, upgrade your weapon for you. So the Weapons Monthly March issue is just the basic weapons that the heroes come with right out the gate. So nothing special for that. Talk to some of the NPCs. They have unique dialogue because Zell's in the party, because he's from here. I still don't need to buy anything from here. So yeah, now essentially from here, what you want to do is, if you want to focus on upgrading, you know, some of these abilities, and you just want to get it done with, a great farming spot now that we have 3 party members, and we have our 4 GFs that we can have currently in the game right now, is to come down to the beachhead, and there's going to be some Fasty-Colin enemies. They're like little fish things. If you let them grow into the actual fish, they'll actually net you a little bit more experience, but the AP is all the same. So you'll see with bite bugs, they only give 1 AP, not too useful. But if you come down here to the beachhead, and you fight these guys, they usually show up in groups of 2 or 3. You want the 3 mostly. Kind of attack them, they'll pop up on the ground. And you'll be able to do more damage while they're in their fish form than their, like their little fin up top. And as you can see, they'll net you some pretty good. So it's 3 AP per. This is a really good early game grinding spot for AP. Or you can fight the rare enemy inside of the garden or inside the forest, which is a giant dinosaur, a T-Rex are. They're pretty tough though. You can beat them, but I mean, we just don't have the right kind of like setup for them right now. So, you know, do what you want. You'll gain a lot of experience points too, so that's something that you might want to, you know, consider too, as the enemies level up with Squall, with his level and everything. So if you level up too fast, you could kind of have a pretty bad start to the game. But in that regard, that was the Dollet mission. So in the next part, you know, we're going to advance the storyline more and, you know, find out what happens from there. And right now, I think the next time I join you, I'm going to have a few abilities learned, because, you know, I don't want to be stuck on 40 AP with, you know, HP junction and stuff like that. So I'm going to learn some of their abilities off screen, and then I'll make sure to note that, you know, when we come back into the next part, because I mean, this guy we're just 1 point away. So yeah, just spend some time down here if you want some abilities, kind of grind away and fight these guys. If you need to heal up, you know, run back onto the grasslands and find, you know, the Glacial Eye, or you can go into the forest and find, you know, the caterpillars or whatever, and anything that has cure magic and just kind of cure yourself back to full life. or you can go rest at the inn, which kind of costs money, and you don't have a way of making money right now, except by selling and, you know, and stuff like that. So, thanks for watching this part, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.